What's up guys, Car Wyne here and welcome to my journey to entrepreneurship. Alright guys, so a little bit of Chinese New Year going on right now. Chinese New Year is in 1 week. It's on 25th of January. So there are some renovations in my home right now. And it's really fun. Like you can see some things changing just in front of you. Some decorations are such like you feel like you are in a new place, but it still feels like home. I think it actually feels like home just because of the family that you're living in. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Also, I just learned how to cook. I am a terrible cooker. I realize that I am a terrible cooker, but I'm improving a little bit, just a little bit. I'm improving. I have to do this. I hated cooking, like for real. I would never cook. I would always eat out, or I have three sisters, so they will cook for me, right? That's what I thought. But now I have to go to Australia, so this is my only option. I have to learn to cook, or I'm going to starve to death. So I have no other option, so I have to do that. So I've been learning cooking, and you know I feel like I'm becoming more and more interested in it because there are like some concepts that seem pretty interesting for me. So I have been learning how to cook from my aunt, and she's like the best chef that I've ever eaten from, because I've been eating from her like ever since I was young. So yeah, she's cooking for me ever since I was young. So I'm learning from her every single day, and I'm not every single day. I'm lazy sometimes, but honestly, and so I've been learning cooking, and there are some things that I have been learning that makes me more and more interested in it, and I want to tell you guys about this. So whenever you start doing something, you feel like you don't want to do that because there are lots and lots of difficulties that you have to overcome at first, right? When you're first starting to do something, you're gonna get into some difficulties, like some obstacles. That initial obstacle is the hardest thing that you're going to have to overcome, because that is the first thing that you have never done, right? So you don't know what you expect. You don't know what difficulties you're going to have to overcome, right? So that is the hardest thing. But after some time, you realize that it is not so hard, because you get the gist of it, and you get you when you're doing it every single day, then you get that momentum. Get that persistent. When you have the persistence, it becomes easier. Day by day, it becomes easier because you understand more and more. You gain more and more knowledge and experience. So that difficulty, it just lowers down. It just becomes smaller and smaller, and over time, you just overcome it just like that, right? So sometimes, when you are starting to do something, just be persistent and just do focus on that and just do that, right? Because that initial obstacle is the hardest thing, probably the hardest thing that you will ever face, right? So yeah, and I've been really obsessed with Think and Grow Rich, and I really recommend you guys to read that. And I was a slow reader. Like a month ago, I was the slowest reader in the world. So like, whenever my friend and I would read something together, like an article online or something, right? And we are reading together from the start, and then reading, and after 5 minutes, he finished every single thing, and I was still reading like 1/3 of it. Right, so I was like the slowest reader, and I asked him every single time, like, how do you read faster? And I also asked teachers and some other mentors and my uncles and aunts, like, how do they read faster? How do you read faster? How do you read faster? And that's what I was always asking. I also asked some advices from my friends who are really, really fast readers, and they will always tell me to read constantly. Read, and you will get momentum, and you will be faster by time. That's what they always say. But then it didn't work for me. So, but a month ago, something I found something on the internet, and it was from Tim Ferris. I think that's the name. Tim Ferris, the author of the 4 Hour Work Week, 4 hour work week, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, so the trick was that you can use this trick to read faster, and I used that trick, and just within weeks, I doubled my reading pace, like for real. Now I am reading really fast, right? Faster than I ever read. Now you can also use this trick to use you to read. So in this book, so in every single page, you can see that there are lines, right? There are straight lines that I have drawn. So draw lines like that, and then after drawing lines like that, make use of your finger or your pen or your pencil, right? Just use something. Don't just read it like that, because when you use something, then your eye movement will be different. Like when I'm going from this side, when I'm looking from this side to this side, now I'm using my finger to look from this side and this side. So it would be a lot smoother for me to do that, right? But when I don't use my finger and I'm just looking at that, then there are going to be some obstacles, right? You feel like it is not as smooth as using your finger, right? So it's the same concept. So when you're reading, when you want to read it faster, then you can just move your finger from here to here. So you have to draw two lines like this, and then after drawing two lines, then move your finger from this point to this point only. But when you are doing that, make sure that you are not reading from your mouth. All right, don't read it out aloud, right? Just read it from your mind. But when just to do that, one of the tricks that you can use is to stick your tongue above, like that. Just do it like that, and then read it from your mind, and don't try to read every single word. Just try to understand that. So you can just read it like that, from here to here, and then from here to here, and from here to here. Just try to read it like that, and then you will be able to read it much faster than you are reading right now. So yeah, that's what I want to tell you guys today, how to read faster, because it has made a huge impact on me, and now I have noticed that I can read a book in a week. Like for real, guys, I can read a book in a week, and I never thought that I would be able to do that. So like in next week, I'm going to buy another book, and I'm going to read. I've already bought that book though. I bought it from Big Bag Wolf. It's Crushing It from Gary Vaynerchuk. So Crushing the book is all about social media, how to use your social media platforms to build a brand, to build a brand for yourself or as business, right? So you can use social media to build a brand and also to build your business. So it's really cool. So I want to read that, but before that, I'll have to finish Think and Grow Rich. And Think and Grow Rich, it is the book that I recommend you guys to read, because it is so cool. And I have already told you guys how to read it much more faster, so that you can also read a book in a week. So yeah, that's all for today, guys. See you later. And also, Chinese New Year is pretty close, so stay tuned, because I'm going to post like some photos and videos of the lion dances that you will see that it's pretty dangerous, but it's also pretty cool. You will be very interested in it, I promise you that. So yeah, see you later, guys. Stay tuned.